We cannot manufacture anything, we cannot render any kind of a service. Hence, this human resource or the people plays a vital role in the market. We are supposed to have a own fan base, that is a customer base. In the same way, we must facilitate the customer, the good quality of the product. We are not supposed to lose the trust of the customer. Their response towards the customer, their discipline in the workplace, all the things will be considered when it comes in terms of customer service. Without publicity, it is very hard to sell the product. It is not mandatory for all the kinds of product. For few products, the publicity is not at all important. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Mr. Hemant Kumar from the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Aid College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. In today's session, we are going with the subject Marketing Management, that is for second semester BBA students. We are going with Unit 5, Session 3. It is about promotion and distribution. This is agenda of today's session. We are going with promotion mix. It is a very important concept, one of the mix in a 4 piece of a product mix. The significance of promotion mix in marketing, the elements of promotion mix, which are the elements that is present in the promotion mix, the 7 piece of marketing mix. As of now, we had studied only 4 piece of marketing mix. There are extra 3 piece which has been added. Okay, so next one is people process. Okay, so we are going with a marketing mix of people. Okay, people mix and also process mix. Okay, so as I said, in unit 4 and 5 we had gone through 4 marketing mix. Okay, so here it is 5th one, 6th one and the 7th one is physical ambience that we are going in today's session. Moving forward, promotion mix. So when it comes in terms of a promotion mix, we are supposed to promote our product. Okay, so once the product get promoted, okay, definitely it gets sold. Okay, it is going to make a sound in the market. Only the thing is, we are supposed to have a own fan base, that is a customer base. In the same way, we must facilitate the customer, the good quality of the product. We are not supposed to lose the trust of the customer, and we are supposed to promote our product, whether it is a new product to the market or whether it is a old product to the market. This promotion plays a vital role. Hence, this promotion is a kind of marketing activity. Okay, so it is a kind of marketing, okay, which we are going to use to attract the customer and sell my product. The promotion mix is a set of different marketing approaches. Okay, so it is a set of different marketing approaches. It is a combination of approaches of marketing. Here we are supposed to use tactics, strategies to sell our product to the end user of a commodity. Marketers develop to optimize promotional efforts and reach a broader audience. Okay, so what happens? So we are supposed to reach our target customers. Okay, so only creating the awareness is not important. Only capturing the market is not important, but also retaining the customer is much more important. Here, what it is going to do, it is going to aim at a wider way. It is going to aim at a wider group of customers. So if the group of customers or the quantity of the customer get increased in the market, so what happens? It is a kind of a benefit for our company. Okay, so the marketer's task is to find a right marketing mix. Okay, so what happens? So what the marketer he is going to do is, he is going to find a right marketing mix at the right situation. Okay, based on the condition also it differs for particular brand. Okay, so it totally depends upon the situation, it totally depends upon the condition, perception of the customer, and also it totally depends upon the product that we are going to manufacture and in place also. Developing a promotion mix requires skills and experience in marketing. Okay, so promotion mix, it is going to lead for increase in the skills and experience in a marketplace, because whatever the strategic decision that we are going to take in marketing, okay, so that will be analyzed and that will be predicted by the considering the historical data which has been already given. The significance of a promotion mix in marketing. Okay, so there are certain significance points that we must consider in terms of marketing mix. Reach target audience. So it is an ultimate goal of a marketing mix to reach out to the target audience. Who are my target audience? By market survey, we get to know who are my target audience. We are supposed to make a strategic plan to reach out my target audience. Hence, I can consider it as a point. Increase sales. It is a main goal of every business. We are supposed to drive the sales. Okay, so we are supposed to increase the sales. When the sales volume get increased, the profit volume also get increased. Build brand awareness. Okay, so building brand awareness is also a kind of a marketing activity. Okay, means by doing a good marketing, by do a branding. Okay, so what happens? So the people one who are not at all aware of our brand, okay, they are going to become a potential customer. After that, conversion of potential customer to a customer to the loyal customer. This is a way how the mechanism it is going to work. Create brand loyalty. Okay, so I keep saying regarding this. Okay, so only capturing market is not important, but retention of a loyal customer is much more important, because they are going to save us in the toughest competition condition. Okay, so here we must be loyal towards the customer, and in the same way we are not supposed to lose the trust of customers. So once the trust is being lost, the customer, they never turn back to a product. Okay, so what happens? We are not supposed to lose the customers, and in the same way we are supposed to retain the customer for our future benefit. Differentiate from competitors. So it is a kind of a marketing strategy. Every company, it look unique because it want to project itself to its customer, saying that I am unique when compared to my competitors. That is a way how they are going to attract the customers. Okay, so by looking unique when compared to their competitors, just they want to show the difference between my company and my competitor. Enter new market. Entering new market, in old market they had been reached a very wonderful target. Okay, so after reaching the target in one market, we are supposed to enter other markets. Say for example, so I had reached throughout Karnataka, I am supposed to enter the market which is in the neighbor states for the intention of profit. The elements in marketing mix. There are various elements in terms of a marketing mix. Okay, so the first element is publicity. Without publicity, it is very hard to sell the product. It is not mandatory for all the kinds of product. For few products, the publicity is not at all important. Say for example, Rolls-Royce car. Publicity is not at all important, but also that car gets sold. Ducati car. Okay, so publicity is not right. Expensive items, for most of the expensive luxury goods, this kind of publicity is not at all required. For new startups, for the normal goods, this publicity is required. So what happens if there is a publicity? So the people get aware of the product, the users of the product, features of the product, contents of the product, and they have interest towards the product. It is a kind of a motivational tool that I can say, that is publicity. Advertising. Okay, so without advertising, it is very hard to sell the product. Okay, for all the product, advertising is not required, but the thing is, okay, it is a criteria that must be considered in marketing. Okay, so once the product get advertised, 50% of the manufacturer product get sold. It is a wonderful saying that has been said by the great people. Public relations. Okay, so this is very important, that we call it as a customer relationship management. If we maintain a good relationship with the customer, okay, what happens? We can retain a customer for a longer period of time, where the customers are going to save us. If we are going to save customers, customers are going to save us in our future. Personal selling. Okay, so it is a different kind of a strategy that is being sold by the manufacturer, that we call it as a personal selling. Sales promotion. So promotion of these selling activities means promoting the sales. When compared to yesterday, we must feel good today. When compared to today, we are supposed to sell more quantity tomorrow. So that we call it as a promotional sales. 7 P's of marketing mix. In the previous session, already we had gone through the 4 P's of marketing mix: product, price, place, and promotion. We had already completed this 4 P's of a marketing mix. Here in today's session, we are going with people, process, and physical evidence. Okay, so people means, that is a 5th P of a marketing mix. People is nothing but the individual employees of the organization who is putting their complete efforts for the success of the organization, that we call it as a people. So what happens? There must be a proper training and development program for the people, proper remuneration for the people, and in the same way we are supposed to motivate the people, so that we are supposed to create the belongingness in the minds of the people. The motivated employee can work much effectively and efficiently when compared to unmotivated employee. Okay, so that we are going to focus on people. Hence, without people, without human resource, we cannot manufacture anything, we cannot render any kind of a service. Hence, this human resource or the people plays a vital role in the market. Process. So here process also plays a vital role in the market, because in terms of process, in each and every activity, for example, manufacturer, what is the function of manufacturer? Conversion of raw materials into finished product. Okay, so if he want to convert the raw materials into finished product, there is a process or the procedure which must be strictly followed. Then only he is going to have a expected result. In the same way, marketing is also a process, management is also a process, this manufacturing is also a process, again human resource management is also a process. Each and every activity of marketing, it is a process. Each and everything have its own process, okay, that must be strictly followed. There must be discipline in the process. When it comes in terms of physical evidence, it is nothing but the physical ambience which is present in the physical outlet. For example, so if you are going to visit a mall, if you are going to visit a restaurant, so they are going to decorate it very good way, okay, with a good lighting, okay, with a good music, okay. So you must feel very comfortable to shop there. You must feel very comfortable to visit repeatedly, okay. So to attract the audience, okay, so this is considered as a tool of a marketing mix, okay. So what happens? So if a physical ambience is very good in a restaurant, physical ambience is very good when it comes in terms of a shop or a store, okay, what happens? The people feel very comfortable to purchase the product. I will give you best example. If you visit a restaurant, okay, whether it is a 3-star or 5-star restaurant, okay, what happens? So you can see the furniture, the design of the furniture, the way, the discipline of the employees of that particular restaurant, okay. So the lightings of the restaurant, the decoration of the restaurant, internal decoration, external decoration, okay. So the music that you can feel, these all things that we call it as a physical evidence that is available in a outlet. These are all the things that they are going to make just to attract the customer, just to make highest profit by retaining the customer. Moving forward, people in marketing mix. So when it comes in terms of people in a marketing mix, there are some points that must be considered, okay. Number one is customer service, okay. When it comes in terms of people of the organization, they are capable of serving their customers, means their behavior, their attitude, their response towards the customer, their discipline in the workplace, all the things will be considered when it comes in terms of customer service. So we are going to serve the customer in a good way repeatedly, that they are going to visit the outlet, okay. So what happens? They have a bad experience by visiting a shop, okay, they never come to our shop, okay. So that is what we say customer service, okay. So if we behave with them politely, they are going to visit repeatedly. If we behave rudely, they won't come back, okay. So that we call it as a customer service. It plays a vital role. It is a point that must be considered in the people marketing mix. Employee training. So as I gave you the example, training and development program, most of the companies afford lakhs together, crores together, just for the sake of training and development of their employees, okay. So if you get hired by any of the companies, you will be undergone for a few months under the training and development program, so that trained and developed employee, they are going to work much effectively and efficiently when compared to untrained employee. It is going to teach the complete thing of which you are going to work, how to work, so which are all your responsibilities, okay. So how to respond for the situation, how to solve the problem, all the things that will be taught under the employee training program. Appearance and attitude, okay. So here the appearance of the employees of the organization, okay, and also the attitude or the behavior of the employees of the organization inside the organization. So what happens? So there must be a disciplined people, and their behavior must be polite, and in the same way they must be flexible in nature. They are willing to work hard also, okay. So that we call it as a appearance of the people and attitudes towards the organization. So whether they are the hard workers, whether they are lazy people, okay. So how their attitude is towards a workforce, okay. So it totally depends upon the training and development program that is facilitated. Feedback mechanism, okay. So if you visit a restaurant, okay, that they are going to take the feedback. If you visit a more mega store, okay, so while billing, okay, that they are going to take the feedback. There are 4 smileys, okay. One is okay, second one is happy, and another one is very happy, and the last one is sad, okay. You're supposed to select any one option among 4 options, okay. You're supposed to rate them, the experience, okay. What happens if the number of people, they are unhappy with their service, okay. So they are going to consider the complaint and they are going to modify the things. It is going to benefit the organization for the retention of the customer. The best example is after the delivery of the product through any of the online application, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Flipkart, whether it is Blinkit, or Zepto. Okay, so what happens after the delivery of the product? They are going to ask for a star rating. Okay, if you get satisfied, you can give 5-star rating. If you are not satisfied, half star or 1-star rating also can be given. Okay, means we are supposed to mention the problem that is faced by the customer. If you are dissatisfied with the problem, you have a complete right to give the star rating, and that star rating will be considered as a complaint in, and the same way the problem that had happened will be modified further. Recruitment and appraisal. Here there are two things that we need to consider. Recruitment, we are going to recruit the employees. Okay, internal and external recruitment. Okay, internal recruitment, for example, there is a employee in C grade, we are going to promote him for the B grade. Okay, B grade to A grade. Okay, that internal recruitment. External recruitment means we are going to hire the people, one who is outside the organization, one who does not belongs to the organization, in terms of recruitment. Okay, for the benefit of which the organization get benefited from the employees. And appraisal. Okay, so performance appraisal, okay, it is very important in the organization. So what happens? Just I give you a small example how exactly the appraisal, performance appraisal is going to work in organization, how the people get motivated towards that performance appraisal. So there are two employees who is going to work in the same designation in a same organization. Okay, so this is Mr. A and this is Mr. B. Okay, so what happens? Mr. A is a very hard worker. His salary is 20,000 rupees. Okay, so his salary is 20,000 rupees. Okay, Mr. B is also employee of the same organization with same designation. His salary is also 20,000 rupees. Same date, same day they had joined the organization. So the difference between Mr. A and B is, Mr. A is a hard worker. He can complete every work effectively and efficiently, but he is a very lazy person, Mr. B. Okay, so he cannot complete every task within that specified period of time. Okay, so what happens after 1 year? Okay, company recognize Mr. A. Okay, because of his hard work, because of his complete efforts. Okay, company is going to give him the appraisal of 5,000 rupees. Okay, to Mr. A, but not for Mr. B, because he is a hard worker. Okay, so just because of his hard work, just because of his efforts, it had increased his salary 5,000 rupees. The total salary will be 25,000 rupees for Mr. A, and there is no appraisal in terms of Mr. B. Okay, so he keep do hard working. Okay, so they may promote him for the higher designations as well. Hence, this performance appraisal, we consider it as a motivation to the employees of the organization. So what happens? So if we keep appraising him, he keep working hard and working for the organization. So it is beneficial for the organization, a kind of a motivation for employees. Okay, so what happens if we won't give any appraisal to Mr. B? Even he is also thinking of appraisal, and he keep working hard in further days or future days. Okay, so this is the way how they are going to motivate the employee to get the things done through the efforts of people of organization. Cultural sensitivity. So each and every organization have its own culture. Each and every organization follow its own cultural background. Okay, so what happens? So there are three IT companies, different IT companies. Let me name them. Okay, X, Y and Z. There are three IT companies. Same task will be performed by three of the companies, but three of the companies are very famous in nature. Okay, so why? Because different companies follow different kind of policies, procedures, code of conduct, rules and regulations, because they are going to formulate their own policies, procedures, rules and regulations and code of conduct. Okay, so that is the secret of the success of their organization. Okay, means mission and vision policy of different companies, it varies from one company to another company. It does not remains constant. It does not remains one and the same. Consistency. Okay, so there must be consistency in the workforce. There must be consistency in the work. There must be consistency in terms of the workload and consistency in terms of the contribution that is given by the employees or the individual towards the organization. The key points that should be considered regarding the process. So as I said, everything is a process in terms of organization, starting from manufacturing till the distribution, okay, reaching the end user of the commodity, all the aspects, all the things, it may be retailing, it may be marketing, it may be advertising, it may be selling, okay, so it may be capturing the market, it may be a marketing activity, or it may be a production activity, okay, it may be a strategy or the strategic process, okay, so all the things, it is a process. Technological process, okay, so technologically or technically we had improved a lot when compared to past 10 years, okay, so there is a contribution that is given by artificial intelligence, cloud computing, machine learning, okay, there are a number of replacement system that has been introduced, there are number of customer relationship management software that has been introduced for today's generation, and also we are going to utilize the technology in the optimum way for the betterment of tomorrow. Electronic process, okay, so whatever the process which is going to happen in the organization, that is completely digitalized, okay, so means earlier days, so if you want to visit a McDonald's, okay, order the product, okay, so and we are supposed to make a payment and we will be getting the order. But today all the things get digitalized, okay, so there is a touch screen system that we can find if we visit a McDonald's, okay, so we are supposed to select our own product, we are supposed to, by scanning the QR code, we are supposed to make a payment, okay, after that the product get delivered. So this is a updated version which is going to happen in today's generation, okay, so here we are going to use electronic gadget for the minimization of cost, because electronic gadgets or technology can do the efforts equivalent to the 10 employees. So instead of hiring 10 employees to the organization, we can hire 5 employees and machinery can do the efforts of 10 employees. Indirect versus direct activities. So there are a number of activities which is going to happen directly and indirectly in the organization. So to market our product, we are going to market directly in the market. We are going with the consumer survey, we are going with the market survey directly, okay, that is direct activity. Indirect activity, we are going to sell the product indirectly to the end user of the commodity by using intermediaries, okay, so that we call it as a indirect. Direct and indirect activities in the organization, I repeat, okay, so direct activities means we are going to market our product directly, okay, in the market, but indirectly we are going to sell the product indirectly with the help of intermediaries, that is indirect activity. Sales is indirect activity, marketing is direct activity. Customer experience, so if we give good experience to the customer, they keep visiting the store repeatedly, it is a kind of marketing strategy. Feedback and adoption, okay, so here we are supposed to take the feedback and consider the feedback of the customers for the betterment of the workforce. Integration, so there is an integration or the proliferation of the data by the use of the technology, okay, and efficiency and consistency, okay, so here there must be efficiency in the work, effectiveness in the work, and also should never lose the consistency of the workforce, okay, so these are the strategic tactics that has been used in the organization, or the points that must be considered in the process. As of now, I had covered all the units as per the syllabus of University of Mysore, okay, of marketing management subject. Go through all the videos starting from unit 1 till unit 5, okay, so it is going to benefit you to crack the exam and to score good marks, okay. All the best, dear students. Go through study materials, go through all the videos. All the best for your exam. Thank you.